good afternoon, good evening. Good afternoon, good evening. Jump in the chats, let me know where you're calling in from. Say hi from your different areas, different states, different countries.
Very good.
I'm gonna give a few minutes to let people come in as people are coming in now. I don't have a cool video to put on for you guys to watch. Other than that, I would put something on for you guys to watch for the next few minutes while we let other people come in. How many of you guys were on the call this morning at I think it was 8:30 my time, so it's about maybe 4 hours ago. 3 hours, 12, about 3.5 hours ago. How many of you guys on the call? Jump in the chats. Let me know where you're at, where you on the call earlier. If you missed the call. California, I see you. San Jose, Delroy Beach, Florida, Maryland. Something that's possibly German or Russian, I'm not sure. Hopefully you'll be able to understand me. Letting other people in, people are coming in. How you doing, Drew from South Carolina?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Absolutely, absolutely. What? Yeah, that early morning call is tough for us, huh?
I was actually up. I just missed it, and I'm disappointed. I hope I can see it soon.
Yeah, I actually requested the video because it was actually pretty good. Still letting people in. People are coming in as we speak, so give a couple minutes so that I won't be distracted by the people coming in during the middle of the meeting. If I could pull something off right now, what I'm going to do is play a highlight from that call. I recorded about 4 minutes of it. Let me see if I can pull that up and see if I can transfer it to my computer. And I'll play that while people are coming on. People are still coming in. Welcome if you're just coming in. Jump in the chat to let us know where you're calling from. How you doing, Barbara Jean? Yeah, I got a last minute call notification for that call too, but I was aware that it was coming, so I was able to jump on. Anybody out there excited about PunkPanda? Jump in the chat, let us know.
Nigeria. I'm talking from Nigeria.
How you doing, sir? All right.
I'm fine.
Absolutely, absolutely. People are still coming in. We're gonna give a couple minutes. I'm trying to download this video to my computer. I'll start off with a highlight from earlier this morning, if I can. Austin, Texas. How you doing, sir? I usually have a little help with a moderator that'll help me out, but looks like today I'm going to be by myself trying to handle the admissions and the chats at the same time. Super excited, looking forward to learning more. Well, that's what you came to the right place. I see my guy Kay is here. Kay, how you doing, sir?
I'm excited to be here. Thank you, TW.
Absolutely.
I'm doing great.
Absolutely. Okay, people are still coming in.
Give me some minutes. I'll be back in the room.
Again, if you're excited about PunkPanda, if you want to share some good news, your wallet, your Panda Pal's growing, if you have some numbers that you want to share, throw it in the chat. Let us know where you're calling in from. People are still pouring in as we speak. Canada. All right. Got some people from Canada. Chicago, of course. Always got Barbara Jean in here from Chicago. Faithful. All right, all right. People are still pouring in. Oh, you know what? I know what to do. I'm going to join my Zoom with my phone. And therefore, I can play it from my phone. How about that? Smart. Here we go. Let myself in. Middle. Here we go. And I'm going to play the video. All right, all right. If you're just coming in, if you're just, okay. Let's see. We got Miguel coming in. All right. People are still coming in. I'm gonna start in a second. I was trying to pull this video up, but again, as I always tell you guys, I am not the most savvy person when it comes to this digital stuff. So I was trying to pull the video up on my phone and let that play, but for some reason, I don't know, I've done it before, but it doesn't seem like it's working now. Give one more second before we get started, just to let people come in. Yeah, the phone's causing feedback. Yeah, I got all that. I was trying to make it happen, but I couldn't. All right. What we'll do is we're gonna get started then. Hopefully, what I'll do is I'll enable the waiting room. That way people can just come in and we will hit record.
Recording in progress.
Welcome to the PunkPanda presentation. I am TW Dawson, CCO and co-founder of PunkPanda. I'm excited about this project. I'm excited to share this project with you. I'm excited about everybody that's on this call, starting this new year off the right way. You could be anywhere right now, doing anything right now, but you're here with me this morning, this afternoon, this evening, and I really, really appreciate that. But more importantly, you guys can give yourself a round of applause, a cheer, because you guys are part of something that's huge, something that's big. This project will be probably the biggest project in the crypto space in 2022. I believe that. And the reason why I believe that is because the way this project has been put together, it's been put together for one reason only, to help the people. I have a long history of servitude. I have a long history of ministry, of volunteering work, whether it be in the prisons. One second. All right. Had a lot of experience growing up in doing volunteer work in the prison and seeing a need to really help people in the inner cities, inner communities. And then I started to broaden that as I started to go international, into different forums and arenas, and see what the status is of people in the world. And just quite frankly, most people in the world are not in the most favorable situations. And so me having the background of a volunteer, helping out in the soup kitchens and all the different areas that I did, my heart was always with people that were less fortunate than myself. And so to be a part of a project that I believe that can level the playing field for people in this world, it means so much to me. And what do I mean by that? I mean by that is this. The idea of cryptocurrency is to deregularize our financial situations. So it's decentralize and deregularize our financial situations. Okay, so we don't understand this, but if you took the time, and I want everybody on this call to do me a favor, everybody on this call, I want you to research central banking and how it affects you in your individual country and your states. Central banking, they make a lot of money and it's off the backs of the people. They're using our money to pay us, and then they're making money off of it. And what cryptocurrency is, it's a way to get out of that loop, that proverbial rat trap or rut that you're in, the rat race. That's where that comes from. See, a lot of times we look at it as governments, and we look at it in different things, and racism and all these different things we try to come up with why we're in the situations we're in. But if the person who controls your money, they control you. Think about that. The person who controls, not just pays you your money, but actually controls your currency. Those are the people that control you. Okay, so cryptocurrency takes that power out of their hands and puts it back into the people's hands. So that's number one. So that's why cryptocurrency is such a threat to the powers that be. And I don't know, some of you guys on the call might be a part of the powers that be, but if you are, I'm not afraid of you, because I'm here for the people. And if you're not a part of the powers that be, you're like me and most of the people on this call that have been taken advantage of by the powers that be. So cryptocurrency is that thing. It is that industry. It is the thing that can equalize what's going on in the world right now. But we have to be educated. We have to be smart. And we have to look at what we can do and how we can involve ourselves to take part of this. And if you're in a third world country, this is the time right now. This is the time. And the reason why, because cryptocurrency, you don't need permission. You don't have to go to a bank. You don't have to go try to set up an account and they have to approve you based on some merits or something else that you did or didn't do prior to. You don't have to have anything to involve yourself into cryptocurrency. It doesn't require permission from a government, from a bank, from a boss. It doesn't. You can do it on your own. You just have to be willing to do it, have to educate yourself and put yourself in a position where you can take a part of this industry that will revolutionize everything that we know as far as finances. And if we can control our own finances, we can control ourselves. And that, my friend, is true freedom. So what I am here to share with you is a way to get free. That is what I've always been a part of in my life. Always, my whole focus was freedom. You cannot be free until you're economically free. And you can't be economically free until you control your own money. Most of you have an app right now that's paying you tokens every single half an hour. And it's outside of anything that you're a part of. It's outside of your government. It's outside of your boss. It's outside of your state legislations. It's outside everything. It's coming directly to you in your own app for you to choose how to liquidate or do whatever it is you want to do. That gives you the power. Name one thing in your life that you have access to that allows you to be direct with your money, where you don't have to go through direct deposit, you don't have to go to a bank, you don't have to do anything, you don't have to deal with a boss, you don't have to deal with it. None of that. You have full control over your situation once you're in cryptocurrency. And this project is the one thing that most people have never had a way to get into it with easy entry, no fees. No startup costs, no nothing. This is the boot of the strap for the boot, the perennial boot to pull yourself up with. In America, we have a saying: "Pull yourself up by your bootstrap." It's like an honorable saying, and most people don't have a boot to even do that. They don't have the traction to get anywhere because they're completely relying on someone else and what they decide to do with your currency. Most third world countries on an exchange, it would, for $1 US is worth 400 or 200 or 75 particular denominations in the currency, because your currencies have been devalued. And if a government can devalue your currency through taxes, through inflation, through the cost of living, then they can control you. And it's the reason why you're in the situation that you're in, is because that is how they designed. Now, again, I don't want to fight the power, but I'm just telling you, this is what cryptocurrency, this is the basis of what cryptocurrency is about. So when you have a project that's as big as this project, when you have a project that has the scope that can actually help you get to that point, I want you to take it seriously, to educate yourself as much as you possibly can. And don't take the words that are being spoken lightly. Now, I'm going to go through the presentation, but the presentation is not that important. Why? Because what's important is to understand cryptocurrency, to understand that you have access to an app that will pay you this particular currency every half an hour. And if you share that with your friends, you can create something special for you and for them and for generations to come. That's the most important thing. Not if you don't get anything from the time that I'm on this call, get that right there. This is that opportunity. Some of you might say, well, I don't know too much about cryptocurrency, but guess what? You can learn. There's nothing that no man understands today that you can't understand tomorrow with a little bit of time and effort. Know that. There's not anybody on this planet that is that much more intelligent than you are, that you can't learn that it's something that they've done. what one man has done, all men can do. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, no matter what it is. And we're here to help. PunkPanda is here to help. So what I want to do is I want to share my screen and I want to just get into it. I'm a little hyped now. If you're excited, just let me know in the chats. Come on, talk to me. I'm out here by myself. Talk to me in the chats. Let me know how you feeling today. All right, I'm gonna share my screen. And we're gonna click on that. Open this up. Here we go. All right. So when I see this right here, your screen sharing is paused. Your screen sharing is paused. Can y'all see the screen? Can you guys see the screen? What I'm sharing?
I see your screen.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
Okay, good. Because it's saying that your screen sharing is paused. So
I can't see it.
okay. Let's see. You guys can see that though.
My bad. Yes, I can.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So PunkPanda. So when I look at this right here, as again, I always go through this part when I look at the first slide on this presentation is these pandas. These pandas are the pandas. Just look at them. They mean business. Yes, they're docile, they're fun-loving, they're cool, they eat, they sleep all day, they're clumsy, they're goofy, but at the same time, enough's enough. They mean business. I'm gonna need you guys to mute yourselves. Thank you. So again, they're fun-loving, they're docile, but at the same time, enough's enough. In my understanding, in my estimation, most people on the planet are like that. Most people are loving, caring people that want the best for themselves and for other people. And that's what these pandas represent. We are these pandas. This is our community right here. But the difference between us and the community outside of us is that we're not going to take anymore. Looking into the eyes of these pandas, they're dead serious about what they're doing. They're not playing any games anymore. They're tired of people taking advantage of us. They're tired of people leaking into our data, sneaking in on our calls, controlling our currencies, tracking us through emails, through our cell phones. We're tired of what's going on in the world. And if you are tired, then this right here is to plan the project for you, all right? So imagine if you had a messaging app, like a WhatsApp or a Telegram, which we've all used. Most of us are on Telegram, the big Telegram group. Most of us are on WhatsApp. And it paid you for sharing it. And that what they paid you was ownership in the company. And the other word is ownership. You cannot create wealth without some form of ownership. It's like impossible to have wealth without ownership. So again, we offer ownership. We offered you control of your money, your currency, and we also provide you ownership. Companies like WhatsApp sold to Facebook for $19 billion. And the people that was a part of that project in the beginning that shared with people and talked to people about it, they got nothing from it. The owners, they rode off into the sunset as billionaires. And that's what the model was. And that's what all these other companies are doing. You got a company like Zoom. We're using Zoom right now. Zoom doesn't care nothing about nobody on this call. They're not trying to share nothing with us. If you do want to be a part of Zoom, you got to go buy their stock. And right now, I don't know what their stock is worth, but I'm sure it's at least $100 or so. You would have to buy. And if you bought $100 of stock in Zoom, how much is that going to create wealth for you and your family? No. All you're doing is helping them, because when you buy $100 worth of stock, they're gonna create more stock so somebody else can buy. So again, it doesn't benefit us as a people. This project is different. And the reason why this project is different is because we're starting to realize that more and more people are worried or concerned about who's listening in on their conversations, on their day-to-day activities through their apps. Now, again, in order to get this type of communication app, in most cases, you would have to sign away the right of your privacy. You would have to agree to allow them to be able to listen in on your conversation, just to talk to your family members in another country, just to talk to Aunt Betsy, just to send pictures to your mother. It's unreal. And we just do it after a while. It doesn't even matter to us. It's just like, forget it. We're just glad to do it because that's the only way we can communicate. It's like we don't have any choice, but we do have a choice. And that's what PunkPanda has
Excuse me,
done.
TW.
Yes.
We can't see your slides.
We can't see.
Okay. See, that's what I asked you guys. You said you could see.
We're chatting.
All right. Okay. Well, yeah. So I can't chat and slide at the same time. So let me figure this out. All right. Give me a second. Those slides are slides you guys seen already anyway. So let's see. Let's stop share.
I could see your slide, but it was very, very small.
Oh, okay. So you could see only the little slide. Okay, I get it. So let's do this right here. All right, let's do this. I got it. Let's see. Let's do this. Boom. How's that?
Yes, now you can see.
Okay, you're good.
All right.
Perfect.
Looks good. Looks good.
Teamwork makes the
Very
dream work,
clear.
guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. I
Very clear.
told you guys gotta help me help you. I'm not the tech guy, all right? So when you guys hit me in my inbox and stuff, ask me, so I'm telling you right now, I'm not the tech guy. I am not the tech guy. But anyway, again, the real question is your data safe and are you the product? Are you the product? And then the answer is your data in most cases is not safe. And the answer in most cases you are the product. And at some point you have to say, you know what, enough's enough. Enough's enough. I am tired of being the product. I am tired of them making money off of me. I made a vow that I would not involve myself in any type of company or any type of thing that they got the lion's share of my effort. I made that commitment almost 10 years ago. I've been involved with different companies, different ideas, different things, and I've helped these companies grow and grow, put hundreds of people, thousands of people in, did a lot of good things for these companies. Yeah, I got my little accolades, got my little check, stood on stage a few times, got cars and stuff like that. But I realized at some point, the lion's share of my effort was not going to me. I was the product. And I got tired of that. And I made a decision a long time ago that I would not be a part of anything that made me the product. I just wouldn't do it. And so I couldn't be involved in something that would help the company make other people the product. So this is the opposite of that. You're not the product with this. You're a part of this program in a way that I don't see any other programs like this. And I believe this will be the benchmark of business protocols from here on out. Introducing PunkPanda. For those who've never seen this project, introducing it to you right now, the world's first secure messaging app that pays you to use it and pays you to share it. It's totally free. You're wondering, what's the catch? Oh, this guy's selling me real good. Somebody's up here never seen me before. Oh, he's selling me real good. This CCO guy, TW, oh, he's a good salesman. How much? How much? It's free. It's free. I see some people on the call, I see their face, and they're like, it's free? Yes, it's free. So how does it work? It's real simple. PunkPanda is rewarding you for helping us build a community of like-minded people that have one goal and one goal in mind, is the well-being of the human race. We want the well-being of the human race. We want people to be safe, secure, and we want them to have control of their data, control of their finances, and ultimately control of their lives. That's what our plan is. And if that's something you believe in, you're in the right place right now. If that's something that you can get on the mountaintop and yell, you're in the right place. If that's something that deep down inside you had a sneaky suspicion that was something that you've always wanted, that's what we're here for. I like to sum all it up into one word, and that one word is freedom. That's what I'm here for, to provide freedom for those who need it, whether it be freedom in your finances, freedom in your relationships, because guess what? Money is probably the biggest issue that people have in their relationships. Freedom to be able to live, to travel, to breathe, to do whatever, to have good health. Again, money is a factor in a lot of different things. And if we can provide people with just enough to eat for the day in some cases, eat for the week in some cases, not have to worry and be stressed out about what's going to happen tomorrow or next month, then have we done our job. That's what we're here for. We're here for that purpose and that purpose only, to help people earn their freedom. And notice what I said, earn it. We're not giving it to you because we can't give you something that belongs to you. Freedom is yours, but we can help you earn it for yourself. And that's what this project is about. So earn PunkPanda tokens. So think about this right here. I'm going to introduce a new idea. Earning your freedom can be as easy as earning PunkPanda tokens. Because if you relate these tokens to freedom, think about what I just said. So there's a certain amount of PunkPanda tokens that will get into your wallet that would allow you the freedoms that you desire. I'll say it again. There is a certain amount of PunkPanda tokens. Let's just say the tokens is worth $1 right now. There is a dollar amount, whether that is $100 a day, whether it's $200 a day, whether it's $500 a day. There's a certain amount of tokens that can hit your wallet on a day-to-day basis that will give you the freedoms that you want. There's a certain amount of tokens that will give you the freedom of peace of mind that you don't have to worry about where the next meal is coming from. Where you don't have to worry about if somebody gets sick and how you're going to pay for it. There's a certain amount of tokens that can hit your wallet that will provide you with the peace of mind, the freedom, and the luxuries to provide the safety and security for your family on a day-to-day basis. I don't know what that dollar amount is. I don't know what that token amount is, but I'm sure that that thing does exist. You can actually earn your freedom through PunkPanda. Yes, you can look at it that way, or you can look at it as just something that you do on the side, something that you share a couple times with some people, and some people making money. That's good, but that's not my thing. That's cool. You can look at it that way too. But there's some people that's going to get the message today, and they're going to say, you know what? He's right. These tokens are coming out every half an hour. How many of those tokens do I want? How much share in this company do I want? There's some people that never joined this company that will be at the top of the list as far as this company, as far as productivity in this company, because they saw the vision when they came in. There's some people that's changing many, many lives because of them seeing the vision right away and sharing it with hundreds of people, turning to thousands and tens of thousands of people. We have people in this call right now that will probably have 100,000 or more people in PunkPanda in the next 90 days, just 90 days. And that's amazing. So how do we earn our freedoms? How do we earn the right to be free? How do we earn the right to be healthy, wealthy, and wise? Well, first things first, we use the app. Then we share it with other people. I don't know why y'all writing on my board. I don't know how y'all do it. It happens all the time, but I don't know how y'all do that. But I'm going to say stop. All right. I see who's doing it now. I can get you out of here. Yeah. Erase one person, erase it. The other person, you erase that too. I'm cracking down on this. This was happening earlier. All right. So I can actually see who's actually writing on this. It says the name when they write on it. All right. I hate to do that, but okay. So going back. So you earn the tokens by holding the tokens in the farm or in the app. And this is how this program works. Really that simple. You earn it by using it, by sharing it, by holding the tokens, all right? So, PunkPanda tokens. So this is the numbers behind the tokens, all right? Now, if you're not a crypto person, some of this stuff don't really make sense. It didn't make a lot of sense to me, but as I'm starting to learn more about crypto, I've only been in crypto since, I believe, May of last year. So I'm relatively new, but I crash course and I binge on a lot of information. So I've become a little bit educated on these matters. So 275 million PunkPanda tokens max supply. That's important. This word right here, max supply. The guy with the red line, if you want to put a red line under max supply, you can do that. I appreciate it. If not, don't worry about it. It's a joke, but no, seriously. So max supply is important. Why? Because that means that we're not going to print, mint, or create a whole nother supply other than the 275 million. And this is the problem with regular currency, is that they're able to print more money. That is where they get inflation for. They want to go to war, they want to fund something, they just print more money. And what that does is it's an indirect tax to you. In America, right now, we're dealing with inflation because they gave away trillions of dollars last year. And now we're paying for it in the cost of our bread, our water, our gas, our real estate, our rent, our everything. So those people that's out there on Instagram flexing all this money they made or got from the government, the people who didn't get any of that is paying for it right now. We're all paying for it. because they printed that money out and gave it out. And that just took the dollar that we had and cut the value by 8%. All right. Okay. So this right here, this is what makes cryptocurrency so much different than regular currency, is that we have a max supply. All right. Our tokens started at 10 cents. Right now it's $1. All right. A little over $1. You can earn it from your phone via proof of stake, proof of Panda pals, require little no mining energy. All right. The schedule is for over 15 years. And like Bitcoin, every 2 years we'll have a halving. Halving means we'll cut the supply. And I'll talk about that in a second. All right. So this is how the token allocation looks like. All right. 275 million total. 65 million are pre-mined. Pre-mined, pre-minute. We use those words intertwined, interchangeably. All right. Let me see if I can get this red line off of this real quick. Hold on for a second, because it's just bothering me. I'm a little OCD, a bit OCD. All right, there we go. All right. Please do not mark up my thing. All right. Okay, so 275 million, 65 million have been pre-mined. This pre-mine goes into founders, contributors, liquidity pool, sharing, marketing, airdrops, promotions, the pre-sales, and all the things that we're doing right now to actually create products and all different services to build this company, all right? The remaining 210 million tokens will be mined over a 15-year period of time. And that breakdown looks like this. The first year, 2,100 tokens are coming down the pipe, the block, every 30 minutes. 50% of those tokens, do the math, 1,050 will be going into Panda Pals. So as you build your Panda Pals network, if you build your community, 1,500 will go to those who are building the best, the biggest communities based on the size and the usage throughout that community. The other 23% goes to the token holders that are holding the tokens in the app. Now, out of all the people in PunkPanda, everybody's tokens are going to the app, and everybody's tokens are automatically being held or staked in the app, so that most people, everybody, will be receiving these 23%, which is the 485. And then those who are bought tokens outside of the app, who actually purchase tokens, whether it be through the pre-sale or through the listing, then they'll receive 12% of those tokens on the farm, as far as the DeFi farm or the staking rewards from that farm. And then there's a percentage going into development. And as I said, I mentioned earlier, the halving. So that means in the second year, the halving meaning that half of the supply will be cut. So instead of sending out 2,100 tokens, 1,050 tokens will come down block. But then now we change from 30 minutes to 20 minutes. So we're getting less tokens, but they're coming more frequently. So you shouldn't see that much of a drop off in your per day, per month totals. All right. Now, obviously, and this is another question that some people have been having. They've been saying, my tokens are going down, my rewards are going down. Well, guess what? If 2,100 tokens are divided amongst 100,000 people, that's one number. If you take that same 2,100 and divide it amongst 300,000 people, then obviously the percentages is going to be less. But that's a transition period, because very soon, but also think about this, during that time, during that process, the token went from 10 cents to $1. So the value of the token has increased as the supply has been spread over more people. So in other words, what I'm saying is, right now, you may get less tokens, but those tokens are worth more. So that's how it counterbalances each other. So again, in the fourth year, we're going to do another halving, which takes the 1050 supply down to 525, and then we cut the time on the block from 20 minutes to 15 minutes. And on the eighth year, we'll do the same thing. The remaining block times will be 10 minutes. So we'll be getting tokens every 10 minutes for the duration of that contract, and that's powerful. And those tokens will be maybe less, but guess what? Would you rather get one token every half an hour that's worth $1, or would you rather get a quarter of a token every 10 minutes that's worth $100? Do the math. Sounds good to me. All right. So PunkPanda, big data value. So again, Albert said something on a call earlier. He said that once we're big data and once we have a large organization, a large community, that data is going to be worth a lot. And I want to make sure that people don't misunderstand that and think that we're selling their data. No, what that means is that the people in our organization, the organization by itself is worth a lot, because anytime you can command an organization of 1 million, 200, 300, 400 million, the people is worth the money. We are the power. We're the ones that generate the income. We're the ones that generate the money. We're the Panda pals is what makes PunkPanda so amazing. Period. It's you. It's the people on this call. It's the people on the call. It's the people from all nations, all continents in this world that makes PunkPanda what it is. And once we hit our 1 million registrations mark within a year, which by far I think we're on pace to do that in the next 90 days. If we just do what we did in the last 6 weeks, do that twice, we're there already. And it shouldn't take a year. And by the way, we're doing this on a beta app that is basically an iPhone 4, to be honest with you. And I want to take this time to thank everybody who has been patient during the process of the app, because I know that once we realized what this app was actually capable of, we realized it wasn't capable of doing what we needed to do. We immediately commissioned an outside group that had better experience with user experience as far as the app developing versus the security protocol that we was focused on in the beginning. So the app that we have right now is security protocol focused. They're great with security, but the usability, the user experience wasn't really a big issue. All right. And we couldn't combine the two. So we had to hire another company to take this protocol, security protocol, and add it to the shiny bells and whistles that most apps have. And that's what we're excited about. And we've been able to do 300,000 downloads with basically an iPhone 4, basically an outdated technology. And now we're excited. In the next 20 to 30 days, we should have our brand new app that no one would ever have a problem with, because it'll be more like your user-friendly apps like WhatsApp or Telegram that you go in, the feel is there, you know how to use it, it's not a big deal. And the best part about it is this app would have a wallet on it that's showing your rewards, and that's the difference. And so with that being said, with these users, we're trying to scale up and get this evaluation up in the billions. And once we do that, each individual that holds a token with PunkPanda will have a piece of $1 billion company. And that's important, because now your tokens, the evaluation of those tokens is not going to be based on speculation in a crypto market, but it'll be based on a real world evaluation. Think about what I said. We can focus on our token being a certain amount, $2, $3, $4. But if we build this community the right way, these evaluations are not in crypto. These evaluations are not in the crypto world. Everything we're looking at right here is outside of the crypto world. And if we are the combination of these 3 or 4 companies, we should get an evaluation somewhere on the average. So the highest being 98 and the lowest being 19, we should be somewhere around that 50 billion. And if we're 50 billion, that makes those tokens worth way more than any crypto market could ever determine, or the volatility of the market won't matter. And that right there secures your investment. That's why it's so important for us to grow and grow fast, so we can get to that 400 million downloads with our services and the things that we offer in our community. It'll be good for everybody in the community. So what I want to do right now is I want to ask Mikhail to come on right now and just share with us briefly. Just, do what you do, Mikhail. Do what you do.
Hi, guys. How are you? I would like to share a story with you. Maybe it's a little bit religious story, but I'm sure you appreciate. And the reason I want to say that, I'm going to make my point. Just give me a couple minutes, okay? was maybe 10 years ago. I was driving on the road and I was listening to the talk host talking on a talk station. And it was 4 people in a room. It was a rabbi, it was an imam, it was a priest, and it was a man who doesn't believe God, atheist. Excuse me. And I will make a point, I promise. And all of them, they were talking about if God exists. And of course, the atheist, he said no such a thing. Then one of the religious leaders, I don't remember exactly who it was, he said, okay, let's say you're right. I lived all my life, I believed in God, and then I died, and it's nothing there. I mean, so what did I do? So what's such a big deal? I mean, I still did whatever I was supposed to do, and I was a good man. But let's say you don't believe God, and then you die, and they're God. What are you going to say? The point I'm trying to make, guys, I mean, just think about it. Let's say you don't believe in Panda, and I do believe in Panda. And then if nothing happens, so well, what's such a big deal? I never invest a penny. I only met other people like yourself, and made myself a lot of friends, and I'm sure I learned something. But just think about it. So Panda is for real, and we know it is, and it's going to succeed. And 1 year, 2, 3 years from now, you're going to see how huge it's going to become. What you going to say then if you didn't believe it today? Guys, I've been in the network marketing since August of 1980, over 40 years. Actually, it's going to be 42 years this year. I saw it all. I saw a company who's open up and shut down next day, next month, next year. And I saw companies who just explode so much. It's like, you can't believe it. And I was on both sides. I reached the skies and I dropped all the way down. I saw it all. And thanks God, I became very successful because of my belief. I believe in myself. And I believe in the people I'm working with. That's the most important, because remember, guys, it's not about you. It's not about me. It's about all of us. But any business opportunity I joined before, I always spend money. And sometimes it was a lot of money. Guys, we don't have to spend nothing. Zero. It's no risk whatsoever. What are you losing? The only thing you have to do, you put that Panda on your phone. That's it. You're afraid, you don't want to share it with anybody today? That's okay. See what's going to happen later. But at least if you're going to upload on your phone, you're going to see what starts happening 30 minutes later. Guys, I was very lucky. I was fortunate because somebody called me 8 years ago, or it's already almost 9 years ago, and told me about crypto space. And I joined. Thanks God I did what I did. And remember, especially people who believe in God, anything happens for the reason. It is a reason why TW does what he does today. It is a reason for me talking on this seminar. It is a message sent to us. So always remember, whatever happens for the reason. We are in a great place. We have a gift of life in our hands. This year, we're going to be able to change a lot of people's lives, financial lives. Just think about that.
Miguel, thank you. But I want to ask you a question, Miguel, because sometimes we bring people on these calls and they're like, okay, why is this guy on the call? Why is this guy? Who's this Miguel guy? What has he done? Like, why is he talking to me? What is it? It's TW, he's the CCO, he's part of corporate. Okay, but what's Miguel all about? So I just want you to just really briefly, and I know you don't like to speak about yourself because we've had conversations, but I want you to just tell us what your successes were in the crypto space, meaning that you've already told us that you've accumulated a certain amount of Bitcoins that you don't have to do nothing. You don't have to do none of this. Also, just tell us about the success that you had with our company. And quite frankly, you got pretty much one of the largest organizations in PunkPanda. And just talk about that. Just to share with a little bit of your background, just a little bit, and your success that you've seen so far.
Well, my biggest success, the biggest organization I ever built was actually over 400,000 distributors. In one of my groups, in one of my opportunity about maybe 9 years ago, with my organization, in 6 months, we build with people I recruit altogether, we build 160,000 people in 6 months. Everybody made a ton of money. When I got involved in crypto space, it was also the same thing. It was Bitcoin. We were mining Bitcoins. So it's a lot of similarity. Only then it was investment $35.99, which is $3,599 to get in because we were supposed to buy equipment to mine Bitcoins. Here, like you know, we don't have to buy and pay anything. But that's how it used to be in Bitcoins years ago. Only with your computer, you can upload program for free and you can start mining Bitcoins. Unfortunately, you cannot do it today. In my organization, I probably in about maybe 4 years, I made about 1,000 Bitcoins, but I saved 470 Bitcoins. That's what I have today. And if you multiply by, I think it's about $43,000. So you know how much money I made, pretty much 3, maybe 4 years. I helped 8 people in the crypto space with me in 3 years. All of them made $1 million each. And if hopefully if they didn't spend their Bitcoins, it's much, much more than $1 million today. Now in PunkPanda, I sponsored myself 139 people so far, and I'm still working. I'm hungry, and I like it. I really like it financially. Thanks God, I don't have to do anything, but I like to help people because it's not about me. It's about all of us together, and I just want to be as an example if I can. And right now, my organization, I think probably maybe in a couple hours, I'm gonna break 64,000 people. So my organization 12 levels grows today between 1 to 2,000 a day, and it's every day. So I'm probably going to be able to break 100,000 people by the beginning of next month. And it's, I'm an average guy. I don't want you to think and listening to me and say, well, of course, Mikhail can do it. I'm not going to be able to do it. Well, let me tell you my background. I was born without a father. I mean, my father divorced my mother when I was born. So I grew up without a father. It's only me and my mom, God bless her soul. And I was not a very nice boy. I was in a juvenile hall. Lucky for me, it was only 3 months. And for good behavior, I got late, they let me go. I was arrested 3 times. And, I only finished 9 classes. I don't even have a high school diploma. And, unfortunately, that's how it was for me in the beginning. But just because one day I just opened up my mind, I met somebody and he started talking to me and everything changed. It was a big help for me because I was a fighter for 12 years. And like people used to say about me, I'm very coachable because I always listening to my coach, my trainer. In this case, TW, our coach, our trainer, and you have to trust him. I am. And my point I'm trying to make, if I did what I did, any of you can do much better because I'm sure everybody who's listening to me has much better education than I ever did. And this is what's pretty much, it's very simple, guys. And you know what I'm going to say before I end? Our business so simple. And that's one of the reasons, unfortunately, a lot of people do not take serious. But it is simple, and if you take it serious, you're gonna break. You're gonna be on the top of the world.
Thank you, Mikhail. Listen, I'm always inspired to hear from Mikhail. You know why? Because the authenticity that comes from him, just the fact that he's down to earth. Think about what he said. Do the math. Almost 500 Bitcoin times 40. Do the math. Does he really need to be up here? Probably not. So why is he up here? Not because he needs more money, it's because he wants to do what we're all here to do, help other people. And everybody has a story. I see in the chat saying that's a great story. Everybody has a story. But the only people that get to tell the story is the people that win at the end. Think about that. Everybody has a story, but will one day you be able to tell that story? Will one day you have an audience to tell that story? Because nobody wants to hear the story that I was born poor and I died poor. No one wants to hear that story. No one wants to hear the story that I got sick and then I just stayed sick. No one wants to hear the story I got hurt and I just laid down. Nobody wants to hear that story. No one wants to hear the story that we was going through problems with the relationship and then we got divorced and we're not separate. Nobody wants to hear that story. We want to hear the story of the people that overcome. We want to hear the story of people that believed, had an incredible belief in themselves and wouldn't allow outside forces to deter them from what they wanted. We want to hear the stories of the people that kept going, that kept on going when everything was against them. We want to hear the stories of the people that didn't have anything and literally pull themselves out of their situation and they can say, this is what I have done with my life. So these are the stories that we want to look for. And guess what? There's people up here right now that have a story that somebody else needs to hear. And the only thing you got to do is just stop worrying about yourself and focus on helping other people. And then one day, maybe one day soon, maybe this will be the platform. Maybe one day you'll be on my webinar sharing like Mikhail shared, or maybe on like I share on Albert's website webinar. So again, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for people that's willing to fight, to keep going, share this with other people, and create a movement amongst the earth that we don't have to be in the situations that we're in because we have something, a tool. I'm going to get back to this presentation. I'm not going to be long, so I'm going to run through the rest of this relatively quickly. Okay, so again, the token is a utility token. What does that really mean? It means that it has usage, meaning that we have a real reason why this token exists. The token just doesn't exist just so we can make money. You can use this token to buy services, all right? And these are our products, all right? We have an app, everybody knows. Everybody's using the app right now. If you're not using the app, somebody needs to download it right now. Get your code from your sponsor, download it right now, start using it. I did a video a couple of minutes ago, or earlier today. It was 4 minutes and 38 seconds. I tried to send it to somebody, I'm like, oh, can't send it. Oh, guess what? I can send it through PunkPanda. Hey, do me a favor, download this app right here. Boom, 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 boom. And I sent it through that. Okay, so it's a real life usage. We have real usage for this app, and we just have to find ways to actually incorporate it into our day-to-day so we can take part of this. Now, also, we have 3 upgraded features where, again, I'll use the example of Zoom because we're all on Zoom. Most of us have a free Zoom. Those who us that want to actually increase the amount of people that can come on the Zoom, we upgrade it and pay a small fee per month. Same thing with this. We have Panda Meet. You can upgrade with different features. We have Panda Posts. We can send videos of a certain amount of size or file size. If you want larger space to send more videos or bigger videos, you upgrade that. We have Panda Vault, which is a security protocol that actually secures your digital assets. If you want more space, you upgrade for that. And these are the things that you can pay for. Not to mention, we have, we'll go to the details of this. So Panda Posts, again, it's just file transfer, secure file transfer. You'll be able to send videos back and forth, emails back and forth, okay? Panda Meet is like a Zoom feature, peer-to-peer encryption. Right now, we're doing up to 25 to maintain the security protocol. But at the same time, we are upgrading that. We're going to get it up to 500 members in the room. And once we do that, we're going to unleash it. We might unleash it at 200, but at 500 is where we want to have our benchmark before we let that go. We'll have that out in the next quarter. Panda Vault. This right here is coming towards the end of this year, and this is the decentralized storage. So you can basically store your digital assets like your coins, your NFTs, and other different things, even paperwork or something like that. You'll have the opportunity to save it on that. You can always look at this to get more information on how it works. It's coming out, and these right here are the things that we have right now. These are the products that are live right now. We have Panda Profit, which will be the DeFi program where you can buy from Pancake, stake on our farm. That is an opportunity. Also, what we really want to talk about is Panda Play, which is our gaming systems. Now, we have right now the first fantasy sports program that allows you to use crypto and get paid in crypto. So we have the first cryptocurrency-based fantasy sports platform. That's big. Why? What's so big about that? Well, understand this. Same thing I said in the beginning. Fantasy sports is basically legal in every country, every state. And the main reason why is because it's based on, it's not gambling, it's called play to earn. And that's the whole idea. So what happens is they tax you on that. Now, I don't have a problem with taxes, don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is this right here. When you're talking about 36% in some states and as little as 12% in others, so that means that if you won $1,000, not to mention the rake that the company is going to take, which is usually 20%, and then 30% on average what the government takes. If you win $1,000, you walk home with maybe $500. Our company is the first cryptocurrency company that pays you in cryptocurrency in the fantasy sports arena. So what that means is simple, is that yes, we're going to take 15% versus 20%, which is 5% additional into your pocket. But guess what? The government can't tax cryptocurrency. So therefore, you don't walk out with 50% of your earnings. You walk out with 85% of your earnings. Now, whether you report that and do what you want to do after that, that's totally up to you. But you have that option. You do not have to be taking a rake like that coming out of the door. And that's going to differentiate our program from a lot of other programs, because who want 85% of their earnings versus 50%? Most people do. And that's what's going to be big about ours. Not to mention that we have the NFTs coming. Some of you guys saw some of the pandas we had in a corporate update. We also have games called Panda. Those things are going to be out very, very soon. Our Panda 11 sports app is out right now. We're still testing. We're still doing the live matches, but we're doing them for free so we can get everything set up. Once we have everything set up, for those who are in this community, we don't have a problem with you going over to that community, but that is a community all in itself that brings value to this community. So they're two separate things, but all the same, if that makes sense to you. All right, user case. We don't have to talk about this. We talk about this every week. This right here, it's just a cryptocurrency strategy that a company in 2019 decided, hey, download this app, mine these tokens, and in 2 years, they got 25 million users, and the value of those tokens is zero. The products they have is zero. The services they have are zero. The current listed date for the token to be on exchange, we don't have one. So basically, it's a scam. They're mining your data, they're selling your information, and they're making money playing with you, thinking that they're offering you some type of value, which they're not. Freemium revenue model. Okay, this right here is important because people are going to ask you, how does PunkPanda make money? Okay, good question. We're giving away tokens, but how do we make money? We have several services that you can actually purchase. And we don't expect out of the 300,000 we have right now, all 300,000 are going to buy these services. We know that it'll be about anywhere between 2 to 5% of the people in the whole network that will actually upgrade and get a better version of our Zoom, or a better version of our Dropbox, or a better version of our data storage cloud-based type program. So we know that there's only going to be 5% of the people that do that. But just by having the sheer numbers of millions and hundreds of millions of people, we know that that 5% will be enough to generate the income that we need to keep the company going. All right. And here's our roadmap. And this roadmap is pretty accurate. The only thing we pushed back was the token listing. We said the first quarter, and it still will be the first quarter, actually. It'll probably be, we'll probably make it in the first quarter. Everything else is pretty much on because everything's for the first quarter. So we're going to be listing in the first quarter, I believe, in the next 5 to 6 weeks. Our D-Farm staking offer, we have that set up, obviously, at the same time as the listing. We already have our app. That was out last month. We have our Panda Pros. We pushed this one out because we wanted to make sure that we had the NFTs, the Panda Play, Panda 11 out. So we kind of switched these two together back. But other than that, everything else is coming together. We have our corporate updates once a week to give you guys enough information to go for the week, to know what our plans are, what directions we're going on, the latest updates. Right now, there's a gentleman up here that has an event coming up. It's K. I want K to come up here. Unmute yourself if I can find you. Okay.
Hey, hi. What's up?
How you doing, Kay? Just
I'm
real
fantastic.
quick. Great. Real quick. We're gonna end off because I'm a little after 2. But just really quick. Just talk about. Give them your story of how you came back to your native country from vacation or for a particular event, and you've heard about this project and what the project means to you and what you're trying to do as far as the impact you're trying to have on your people and your original nation.
Okay, TW, thank you so much for the audience and thank you for the opportunity. Greetings to every single one of you, irrespective of the nation that you are right now. Presently, I'm in Nigeria. I live in Paris. I got to know about PunkPanda from someone in South Africa, a friend of mine. And I got to know about it precisely maybe like 4 weeks running now. So I got to know about it when I was in Nigeria. So I came down to Nigeria with my family. We were due to go back to Paris on the 28th of December. So I just said to myself, man, this is amazing. This is unbelievable. You know, this is this is an amazing opportunity. So I just said to myself, I don't think I want to go back to Paris right now. I think my country, Nigeria, it's the right place to stay back and create a huge awareness for this opportunity. So that was the thought in my mind, and I decided to have a seminar, you know, and I started it gradually, you know, just out of passion, out of excitement, and it has come to become something very big. We presently we have branded buses that is creating publicity everywhere, radio awareness. We're using a venue that has a capacity of slightly over 1,000 people, but due to COVID restriction and distancing, we should be looking at 500 in capacity. So, because of my excitement and where I see PunkPanda going, you know, one thing is when you truly believe in something, you give your time and your resources to it. This is an amazing opportunity. We're doing so much. We have stickers on what they call it, tricycles. We have thousands of flyers already printed, and it's going to be a massive event. We have different what they call it, different short videos done. Influencers in Nigeria sharing the video to thousands of people. We're talking about influencers that has hundreds of thousands of followers and all that. Diverse ideas of all that we're doing because we believe in PunkPanda. It's, you know, one thing I can tell you, a year down the line, what a time to have joined this business opportunity. A year down the line, I can tell you that we will have several individuals that PunkPanda has totally change their finances from zero to nothing, And the event is actually coming up this Saturday, and we're also working on logistics since because of the COVID-19 restriction, reducing a hall that has a capacity of over 1,000 seating capacity to just the fact that we cannot sit more than 500. We started putting structures in place to stream to over 100,000 people, you know, in different cities. We're actually doing it in Lagos, Nigeria, you know, and so we decided that, okay, there are some people that might not be able to come from different states in the country since we have 36 states in Nigeria.
Okay.
We decided that we're going to stream it to other people. Go ahead.
Okay. Question. So do you have the link that you're going to be streaming it from so everybody can see it? Do you have that link already? And if not, we'll get it to them. But also, my main question to you is, what do you believe the impact will be in your nation with this right here? That's what I want people to really understand, because some people have the vision. And for somebody to say, I'm not going home, I'm going to do this big event, I'm going to invest money, I'm going to do, then obviously you see something that some people don't see. You have a vision of what this is going to do for your people. So my question to you is, what is that vision? How do you see this impacting your people? And a little bit about your background. You told me something about you having access to people from a pastor in a church, a large church. So just share with us what your main mission is and how you see this aligning with your belief system and what you're trying to do.
Okay. Thanks for that question. Okay. My name is Kayode, and well, I left Nigeria for Paris. I think this should be 8 years running. Stopped working 2019 in Paris. Was working with an investment bank that specializes in crypto space. I managed. I was more or less like an account manager, managing international accounts based on projects. We're doing ICOs and all that. So that became my first contact with the crypto space. So enough of myself. With respect to pastoring, before I left the shores of Nigeria, I was actually pastoring, and I had the opportunity of having seats over the leadership of over 36 different churches under my leadership with thousands of people. So I've come to know that when you have opportunities like this that can actually impact the lives of people, you will be doing yourself injustice without actually sharing, because the true love is about sharing. Love is about giving. Love is about sacrifice. And there is nothing fulfilling in life for you to actually put a smile on someone's face. And I round up with this based on the question TW asked, where do I see this going? Right now, the statistics says we have over 200 million Nigerians. My desire, I've personally right now brought in close to 200 people into this business without even talking to maybe any single individual, just putting it on my status. My intentions and my desire, where I see this going is before June, my desire is to personally as one man, I've brought in over 50,000 people direct first level into this business as one man. Then my second phase interest and desire, since we have over 200 million people talking about Nigerians, my desire is that at least I have 1% of that, which is 2 million in my team. It is possible, it is doable, and guys, maybe not in this meeting. There is something that I'm already working on aside the event that is coming up on Saturday. It is massive. It is one idea that I intend to put to work even while I'm gone, put the logistics, the structures in place to ensure I have a minimum of 1,000 people added to my team every single day. You know, one thing is, I've always believed as far as your eyes can see, if you dare to dream, you dare to believe, there is no stopping you. So thank you so much, TW, for the opportunity, for several opportunities you've given, for believing in me. And I'm so excited that I'm part of this vision, even at this infant stage. If we're here at this time, I don't know about you. If Jesus tarry, what is the next 5 years of this vision going to be like? The next 5 years. We are already achieving what took several years for WhatsApp to achieve. What took Zoom. What delivered Zoom was COVID-19 restriction. So if COVID-19 helped Zoom to get to where it got to, we are going to achieve what it took them years to achieve in less than 6 months from now. We're going to achieve it, and it's going to be mind-blowing. And the beautiful thing is we're changing the lives of individuals. We're making many rich. This idea is still unbelievable that people can actually put a structure on the table and be selfless, because people that are selfless are scarce. The team, the corporate leaders that has put this vision are indeed men of wealth and great resources. It's not about what you have in the bank. When you're selfless and you're willing to change the lives of humanity, it shows the wealth of your personality. So TW, once again, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Kay. Thank you very much. So you saw the flyer. I posted it real fast. So I just wanted to say that I appreciate everybody that was on the call. I'm blown away by the testimonies. Again, Kay, the last part that you shared about seeing a vision to bring in 50,000 people and the responsibility because of the love you have in your heart, that's what this is all about. That's what it's all about. And I see people in the chat saying, sharing opportunity. This is what it's all about because people need opportunity. Look, somebody shared something with me at 19 years old that changed my life. I would not be standing here before you right now if an older gentleman didn't see something in me and say, hey, look, what are you doing tomorrow night? What do you mean? Yo, you should come with me to this meeting. And it changed my life. I had the opportunity at 19 years old to travel the world with some of the most successful people. And I saw things that I would have never saw being in the hood or being in the ghetto or being in a poverty-stricken area that I was in at 19 years old. I could have been a victim of that environment, but somebody decided to share something with me that gave me a greater vision of life. And because of that, I'm standing before you right now. So I appreciate that. So when I hear it, it gives me goosebumps. It makes me feel good because I know that I'm not alone in this. And everybody on this call, I consider my family, my extended family, my brothers and sisters from Indonesia, from Malaysia, from the Philippines, from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Liberia, from all the places around the world, from Brazil, from Russia, all these places. You know what I'm saying? These are all my extended family. And whatever I can do to help this thing move forward, to bring us bring us together so that we can all succeed. That's what my plan is, and that's what my goal is. And I believe that's what I echo that from management, from leadership, and from the founders. So thank you very much. At this time, you can all unmute yourself and just say bye, say hi, good morning, good night, good evening, and we're done with this call. I appreciate everybody. Mikkel, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you. You didn't have to spend the time to do it, but Kay, thank you for your words, and thank you for everybody who participated in the call. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Stay safe.
Have a blessed
Good
week.
night, good night, good night, good night.
Bye
Stay
bye.
safe.
Всем
Good
пока.
night from Pakistan. Good night from Pakistan.
Recording stopped.